So we have a nice Xenomorph warrior here from Aliens creeping around and drooling and looking really nasty. I love that picture. Get some nice text on the sides from the movie. On the top, very similar. In the bottom, nothing else really there. On the back, you get a nice image of the 1990 arcade warrior. And of course, this is based off the appearance. That is why this guy is pink. So let's take a look at the inside to see what it looks like. And you get a really nice image of the Queen being shot out of the airlock, it seems like, from the end of the game. At least from my knowledge, because I never played the game, don't kill me. But there you go, you have a nice window of the packaging here that shows off the pink Xenomorph in all of its weird glory. And this is really nice.
It's pretty.
Why is it pretty?
It's pink.
Yes, so let's get a look at the inside here and take a look at what's on display. Alright, so we have the pink Xenomorph warrior. We also have a green face hugger, a pink chest burster, which makes sense considering this guy ends up being pink in the game for some odd reason. Odd color scheme, indeed. However, it's really cool. And of the Ovomorph right there. Pull this guy out of his packaging. I kind of want to leave him in there since it's such a pretty box. But I'll definitely keep the box, and once I'm done with this guy and taking pictures of him, it's going right back in the box. Okay, so let's get the egg out first. It's that nicely sculpted egg once more. Here we have the pink chest burster. I'm gonna put him right there for now. Get a better look at that in a minute. You get the green face hugger, which is a nice color. I really like that. And the pink Xenomorph warrior. So let's take a look at the Ovomorph egg here. You got a nice looking egg with some pink in there instead of the usual darkish red color. I like it, looks really nice. Now moving on, we have a really nice green, it's like a dark forest green mixed with some neon green on this face hugger. Looks really badass. Get the good little detail on there underneath. And of course it's on a nice bendy wire as well, so, you know, typical NECA face hugger. Always nice to have. I like this color though. Chest burster is pretty standard. Once again, much like the egg. Nothing we haven't gotten before. Only difference being is that it's colored differently. On the bottom side you get some nice shades of brown, and on the top that very bright pink, similar to the Xenomorph that it comes with. And of course the tail's on the bendy wire, so you can pose it whatever and however you see fit. And last but not least, the pink Xenomorph itself, and you see it comes in here holding its own tail, but it's the typical Xenomorph warrior alien sculpt that they've reused time and time and again. It never seems to get old for some people. I tend to not mind if they reuse the sculpt as long as the paint scheme it looks a bit different, and this is no exception to the rule. Check out the paint scheme on this guy. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it's mixtures of pink highlights along with some darker shades of lavender and purple on there make it really stand out amongst the crowd of other Xenomorphs that have been released. You can see here we got some nice articulation on the head. You're able to move it back and move it down. You're able to pull out this spine on the back of the neck if you so please, and have him look back even a little more. You got some nice movement on the arms. Elbows are double jointed, which is always good. The hands have some nice movement around the wrist, and you have also a joint here that allows you to move the fingers as you see fit. Like I said, once again, great for poses that include crawling up the walls or on all fours. So that's always a nice added piece of articulation they decided to throw in there. And you have a swivel on the waist here. They have the rubber piece for the lower abdomen is intact. It's not as shiny as it was before because the paint is done in a really nice matte finish rather than glossy. And the legs articulate just as well as you would expect. You can get a nice spread on them. Nice double joint on the knee there. and nice movement on the foot and toe articulation is always a plus with these guys. And of course, you know, the good old standard bendy wire for the tail, which has become a standard, and you get tubing on the back. The paint on this guy is the highlight. Now, before I get to the paint though, let's not forget the mouth. If you take a look at the mouth here, you get some nice black paint with white teeth, and when you open up the jaws, you have a black inner mouth where the inner mouth just completely came off. Wow, because I pulled it too hard maybe? Who knows? But let's try to get that sucker back in there. But it's painted black, which is interesting considering I was expecting maybe green or pink like the rest of the figure. But it's black, so that's kind of cool. Doesn't matter, it looks kind of cool actually to contrast the rest of the figure. And the paint scheme on this guy is beautiful. I mean, just the nice change on the ribbing here is really cool. And on the dorsal tubes, you get some nice highlights of pink on there. And on the crest, on the head, the ridged dome, you get some nice detail there. Overall, this guy is really cool to look at and really cool to display. Now we're going to move on to some comparisons from the earlier releases using these sculpts. So here we have a comparison between the two eggs of the original Creature Pack release and the new one. So as you can see, the original one has a more glossy finish, gives it that slimy look, while this one's just a matte finish. So let's set those aside. So here we have the standard facehugger release on to the left, along with the Gorilla Alien Kenner inspired facehugger to the right, which is a nice blue and black. And this one from the new recent release that we're reviewing here today, the arcade appearance. And as you can see, they all look really nice together, and they all contrast each other really well. Here we have two chest bursters here. This one from the Mantis Kenner Alien release, and of course next to it the pink one from this release. And as you can see, there's only minor differences here. The only difference I see here is that the pink one has a closed mouth while the Mantis Alien has an open mouth. Only difference I see there, really. I know it seems like I've been praising the hell out of this guy, but unfortunately not all is well in Alien NECA Hood. Unfortunately, there is some defects with this guy, and that is some bad news, and I'm afraid I have to give it to you guys. So let's see what we have here. We have ourselves a dent here, or noticeable crack in the back of the dome. So what else is wrong? Well, let's move on down to the lower half of this guy, and you're gonna see for yourself. It's pretty obvious. I don't know how I missed out on it on my first take of this video, but holy crap, he has 2 left feet. I am not joking. This is what it is. Take a look at how the paint runs down the leg. You see, you get that nice bright pink to that side, and on this side, it just, you lose it on the foot because it's on the other side, because that foot's not meant for that one. So yeah, I mean, I get it. Luckily, I got this from BigBadToyStores.com, and the customer service on Big Bad Toy Store is fantastic. All I had to do was send them a couple of pictures of the factory defects on this figure, and they said, free of charge, they'll send me a replacement. I don't even have to send this guy back. Oh, would you look at that? The replacement has arrived. I kid you not. It only took about a week, but here it is. Free of charge, straight from Big Bad Toy Store. However, is this one up to snuff? Or is there factory defects on this one too? Well, let's pull them out of the packaging and let's find out for ourselves. Let's just get a closer look. So, I mean, the feet look fine, but if you move your way up, along the shoulder area and the face, you start to see, oh dear Lord, what is that? What happened, dude? Jesus. Were you inbred or something? But crying out loud. Alright, well, let's start with, well, the feet are fixed. That's nice to know. But if you look over here on the shoulder area, underneath the shoulder tube, you get some weird white, I don't know if that's white paint. It looks like dried on Elmer's glue. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I mean, I'm not sure. Was this... You know, now that I look at the other one, actually, it also has this white gluish paint thing on its shoulder too. However, it's not as noticeable, but it's still there. But the biggest thing here that completely ruins it is, well, before we get to that, let's look at the back of the head. And you see the back of the dome here looks okay, looks fine. Yeah, there's a little chip there, but it looks okay. It's the front of the face. The mouth. What the hell happened here? Ugh. And it also goes to show the seam line here on the head is very apparent on this one. But yeah, the mouth. What happened? I'm gonna try to open it here and see if I can fix it. Or at least try to save this poor fella. Oh, he's definitely not getting any dates anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. Whoa! That is one fucked up mouth. Okay, so update. I used the hot water method. Basically ran hot water on this guy's face for about a good minute or two, and then used my fingers to adjust the jaw accordingly and kind of fix it so that it wasn't as warped, and then ran some cold water over it. And it seems to have done the job. However, I am not sure if it'll be like this in the morning when I wake up. So, it's a gamble. However, it seems that for the most part, temporarily, albeit, I did fix the jaw. And as you can see, it's opening like normal. Yay. So overall, would I recommend this figure? Okay, well, I would have to say, if you did play the 90s arcade game, and this figure has sentimental value to you, then definitely pick it up. It's a pretty solid release aside from the quality control. And the quality control issues is what I'll get to next. Yes, despite me really liking this figure, it makes me very wary on ordering NECA figures online. I think the best bet is just to go in the store, find best one, and just buy it in person, because if you leave it up to chance through online ordering, you may have to deal with this headache. And it is unfortunate that this was the case, and hey, I could email Big Bad Toy Store and tell them, hey, straight up, this replacement you sent me is also defective. But in that case, they did say I would have to send them both back. And if you think about it, I did get a replacement for free, and the jaw seems sort of fixed, so cut my losses and just leave with both figures, and then I get 2 sets of each accessory. However, if you're just planning on picking these guys up, definitely go try to get it in the store, because it seems like these quality control issues are pretty widespread. And I tried removing whatever this white residue is, and it doesn't seem to be coming off, so that's unfortunate. However, overall, I do like this guy. Don't get me wrong, it's a really nice looking figure, especially that pink and lavender contrast. It really does catch your eye, and it looks really nice in pictures. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so that you're up to date on all my upcoming reviews. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I really appreciate the support, and thank you.